Hello, hello, Rangers family. Thanks once again. And today I'm filming from my house, so you'll get to see my small kitchen, my small messy kitchen. So today I've gotten a lot of requests from my friends on how to make Kenyan chapati. Because apparently, since I live in Europe, each and every visitor I get, I usually want like to have them a taste of from our home, as in basically Kenyan food, So the first thing I usually do is make pilau, make chapati, make mahamri, ugali, and all the recipes that are available around, so I have no excuse of like selling out my country. So today I'm like going to like make just a little bit chapati since the festives are here, so just to have a bit of friends to bring a little Kenya in Europe. So I'm going also to show you how to preserve chapati, just in case you really don't want like to cook all the time. You're in the kitchen, because it's a long process. We know it, we all know it. At times you can feel like eating chapati and you don't have the strength to cook. So let's start. So first and foremost, we'll go with a cup of warm water, and we're in the you put in a bowl, in a little bit bigger bowl, and salt, margarine to taste, and wheat flour. That's simple. So never mind the way I mix it. So with those ingredients, mix. Just like you can take a pinch of salt, put in the 1 cup of water, take like a tablespoon of margarine, put it in the warm water, let it melt so that it's easy to mix, and put in your wheat flour. Put gradually, don't just pour it in the bowl. So what you if you have a electric machine, you can use it. If you don't have, go the African way. Knead it until when you get the final results of such. Okay, it's a little bit messy. I did it before. Before everything, before the camera, because I really do want you to see all the mess and everything. But you should get something like this, so from here you'll spread it out. I usually want to do like a whole like the whole work at once. I really don't want all the time to cut. Okay, the normal process, some people prefer kneading it, cutting it into smaller pieces like that. Divide it into whatever sizes what you feel comfortable with. So once you've got to your sizes, but for me, I don't do those small do that all that process of cutting each and every small piece. So what I usually do is I will show you. I'll be back. Thank you. By the way, Kenyans, this is 1 kg of wheat flour, which I bought for 7 crowns. 7 crowns, that is multiplied by 5, and you'll get 1 kg of wheat flour. So cheap, there's no excuse, So that is why. So Kenyan government should look into that. So let's go. So you take the mixture that you've needed, mix it, and after that you can like, I don't know whether you'll be able to see. What I usually do is, just to avoid a lot of work, I usually like take my kitchen table, spread it with a little bit of like wheat flour to avoid sticking. So I will like take your rolling pin and roll it until it's wide, so you'll see a little bit of kneading, so don't mind. And welcome to my messy kitchen. So please don't complain. The recipe is important. So see you in a bit. So you should get something like this, which depending on the size that you mix. For me, since my family is small, I decided to go with a smaller size. So to avoid to mix the small pieces, to go through all that process at the same time, I usually spread the whole flour, and there I am. I need to put like flour for softening. I don't put so much. I think two is enough, and I spread it out. So you spread it out all the corners. Just make sure the oil is in all the corners, but I would recommend health-wise you use olive oil for the best results. So anyway, you can use any type of oil that you can afford. So there I am. After you made sure you've like spread all the oil everywhere, you roll it up, so you roll it up. Make sure you just roll it. It's like a game. So just to avoid, because you're going to continue using the table, so I add more flour. After rolling it, what I'm going to do is to cut the roll into small pieces now, to whatever size I want. Okay, so I will cut this size. What I will do is after rolling it, I just make sure I roll it that way, and make sure so that the chapati can have layers in it, so that when cooking, the rolling up also helps it. Like when the heat is in the chapati is on the pan, it's heating layer by layer, so that it can like be cooked on every layer. So you make it, and the result should be something like that. But make sure you spread your table, or the place of where you'll place this. So I'll place it like somewhere there. I don't know whether you can see that. Yeah, I'll place it here, and continue the process until you get the whole roll. The whole roll is like through. So let's go. Just to make sure, okay, I'm redoing like this so that it takes a good shape, and I lock the oil in. I have a sister-in-law who keeps on asking me to like teach her how to make chapati, and a few of my friends, my Europe friends, also stress me like they really need this. So I'm just like also trying to make this video for them, because of the lot of love that they've showed me. So I would like do it that way, because I don't need the knife here. So I'm going to have I like made very few chapatis, because it's just me and my husband, and that is all. So I really don't need a lot of them. And also it's like I'm not going to eat daily. I'm going to freeze some, and I'm also going to show you that process of freezing. Okay, so I'll be back. Thank you. So what I did, or the next step is, after you've rolled, the results should be that way. But what I usually do is I don't cook immediately. What I do is I leave them to relax for some time. Just like some people keep it in the fridge, but for me, I prefer keeping it at a temperature room for like maybe 30 minutes, and I usually cover it with a polythene bag. What I do is just cover it that way for 30 minutes. 30 minutes, okay. I will not keep all those 30 minutes for your sake. So I'm going to demonstrate for one, just one for you guys, and to see how the process goes. So the rest I'll cook them later, maybe after 30 to 40 minutes. So after, while these are still relaxing, after they've relaxed, you take each on the floured, you still need the flour on the table to avoid stickiness. So you still need your rolling pin, so you flatten it just for easy making. The like a round one, you know. As we do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like don't worry, I'm just at home. So what I'm going to do is for the time being, I'm going to heat the pan that I'm going to use for cooking chapati as I roll, you know, to avoid like to avoid everything. Okay, I'm going to put on a very low heat. I will show you in a moment. So there it is. I have put the pan on the fire with a very low, because I'm not in a hurry, you know. As I roll the pan to get hot, and I don't put any oil or what, you know. So that is it. So let the process begin. So I'm just setting up the camera so that you can see what I'm going to do. So give me a moment. I hope it doesn't go off, you know. It's a little bit challenging, but what to do? I need my friends to get this. So I roll off the chapati in a very round. I don't like fat chapatis. I like the not even medium, but like thin chapatis and soft. So what I will do is, I don't make also very white chapatis, just, you know. So you roll as you turn so that you get the best shape. So you should get something like that, you know. Once you get this result, you come and heat it on the pan, you know. Heat it on the pan. So you place it on the pan. Just make sure it's like I don't know how I can get the best view for you. Let me see, give me a moment. Yeah, something like this, you know. So you heat it both sides. And also after you heat it on one side, you turn it over, you know. You turn it over, and I'll be back. Just give me a moment.